Good morning, everyone. This is Parents Against Santa Susana Field Lab, Jeni and Melissa, and we have a very exciting update. Good news for once. For everyone who logged into the Water Board webinar last week to give comment on the Boeing pollution permit, thank you so much. We were there all day. It started at 9 a.m. and I don't know what time did we get out of there, 6 something, late. And a lot of people couldn't wait the 4 or 5 hours to give comment. But the interesting thing about that is your name still came up. And it was recognized by the board how many people had attempted to participate.
And then they kind of were confusing because then they said, you know, if your comment is similar to someone else's, then don't comment. Or if your comment is, if you're affiliated with one of the groups, then don't. I mean, like it kind of got, I think some people got confused whether or not they could comment, but yeah, no, they still showed up. And those who did speak were amazing. We had some really informed comments from the community.
And we had people who hadn't ever given public comment before and simply said, hey, I live near the site and we want you to postpone this and clean it up. And, you know, just very basic comments.
Yeah.
And that was awesome as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to thank you because it made a big difference. We got a message a couple of days ago from the water board that they did what we asked.
Well, the start of it.
Yes. They said because of the significant public comment, they are postponing approving the permit. Now, we don't know if they're going to revise it like we asked them to and bring back a new strengthened permit. We don't know yet, but they have postponed it. They originally had said a week that we would have been back yesterday, but they're going to take more time with it, which is what we wanted them to do. We wanted them to actually read it, read our comments, look at the citations in the comments that we sent, look at the studies, look at the facts, and they're giving themselves at least an opportunity to do that.
And in the meantime, their existing permit, which isn't good, it's still way better than the new revised permit that they were proposing, will be in place. So for us, that is a win for now. We'll have to
thank everyone.
Yeah, you guys were amazing. And just for a quick recap, this new proposed water board permit for Boeing would have allowed them to dump significant amounts of, well, not really dump, but release significant amounts of contamination into the LA River and the Arroyo Simi whenever it rained. And it was also allowing them to capture polluted stormwater, surface water from the Santa Susana Field Lab and allowed it to percolate into the groundwater, which is even worse in some ways because it's really hard to clean up groundwater. It's really hard to remediate. And that's where it can reach the groundwater in Simi Valley. People like Jeni who drink Golden State water could then have some of that potentially ending up in their drinking water, also contaminating the LA watershed and the Cayugas Creek watershed, which pretty much all of our produce is, you know, fruit, berries, citrus, all of that is grown in the Cayugas Creek watershed. That's getting potentially contamination from the Santa Susana Field Lab when they were allowing these, you know, this weak water board permit to contaminate the surface water and groundwater. So that's why we wanted them to take more time to really look at what they were doing. And it sounds like they're at least taking that step seriously. Whether or not they'll make the changes, we're hoping and praying that they will, but this is still the fact that they even gave us an extension like this, more than a couple of days, more than a week. Mm-hmm. It's significant. We were kind of shocked. We're not used to any kind of not compliance. What's the word I'm looking for, Jeni? Accommodation?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there were 2 people on the board that seemed to voice, you know, concern. And I'm hoping that they have enough influence on the rest of the board to strengthen this permit.
Yeah.
Going forward, what we'll keep you posted of is the new date for the next hearing. I think that it sounded like from their update that they will be, there will be more opportunities for public engagement and potentially public comment. So we'll keep you abreast of those opportunities. And I guess I was really excited to do this update because it matters. it matters that people are, no matter what they're saying or, how many details and things they've read, it matters that we are engaging in this process and letting them know that the community cares. And so there might be more opportunities for that. We hope you show up again. We hope that maybe you tell a neighbor next time, hey, did you know about this? This is where we're at with this. It's working.
It is. It is. It's exciting. It's exciting to see that people made a difference this time. And it's protecting groundwater, it's protecting surface water, it's protecting drinking water, it's protecting water used to grow agriculture. It's protecting people who are in the water, like playing in creeks and in the LA River is now used for recreation, and even at the beach where the final termination of where the LA River and the Arroyo Simi end up. And it protects our wildlife too, because so many of these chemicals are extremely toxic. Some of them, there were whole lists of highly toxic to aquatic and marine life
that are not included.
We're not even being monitored. Yeah, we're being allowed to run off in unlimited amounts from the Santa Susana Field Lab into our environment, hurting the whole ecosystem and hurting these animals. So and plants. So hooray, we did it. Well, we took it's a good victory. It's a good first start.
Yep. And we brought to the board's attention the historic influence that Boeing has had over their decision-making process and the continuing weakening of the permit over time. Every time they reissue this pollution permit, it's weakened by the staff who writes it. And there is definitely a Boeing influence because it's accommodating their wishes to not have to pay fines for exceeding their pollution limits. So I love that we're all getting more informed about this and how the system works and what forces are affecting, our delayed cleanup and relaxed regulations at the site. And I'm feeling optimistic.
I'm feeling proud. I'm feeling proud of our group. I'm feeling proud of me. I learned a lot. Stuff I didn't even know I could learn. In fact, if just last pitch real quick, if anybody wants to, there should be 2 different videos that we made specifically about the water board permit that you can find on YouTube. There'll be links on this video. If you want to just go back and watch those to learn, what does effluent mean? What does a maximum contamination limit mean? What is the groundwater? We really break that down into details, just in case you want to learn.
And if you have any more questions, ask us and we'll get the answers.
Do our best. All right. Well, great job, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye.